How's it going, everybody? I am Seth, and today we have, so how about drawings? So Andrew's going to come back in a little bit, so he'll be here chatting with me too. I'm just going to be kind of doodling. I don't really have much I'm working on or whatever. It's very little. I'll warm up and whatnot. But, um, but yeah, so I was going to do some inking because I don't ink anymore. I just kind of sketch, but I realized this morning I deleted all my old sketches, which is fine. What better way to move forward than with a gigantic setback? But none of it was that important, so whatever. Just create new stuff. Like it says in the bottom left, um, if you want to see something drawn, just throw it in the chat and I'll see what I can do. But in the meantime, let's just get moving here. Just gonna do some. I usually just kind of do some warm ups with people, I guess. So no idea what I'm looking for. Actually, I have a buddy who does he's been working on this kind of sci-fi futuristic Starbucks thing that for whatever reason is hitting me perfectly. So I've had this kind of character in my head here for a little bit. So let's get her on
I think that's
paper.
a psychosis.
What's a psychosis? Me wanting to do something?
In your head.
Oh.
Well.
I see. Yeah, you're probably right. What do I want to do with this? Oh, you know what I don't do?
Probably draw it.
Well, yeah, but I don't really know how this works here. Let me do. So you were going to start saying something, Andrew?
I don't remember. Do you remember what we were talking about?
We were talking about all the Batman stuff. And then, yeah. If you don't remember, that's cool too.
I do not remember. You might need to turn your volume up a little bit.
I asked if I was...
No, you were good, and then I just realized, I was having trouble kind of hearing you over everything else.
Let me see.
I feel like I just have to edit it. Every time it's it's a little...
You mean you're just a little too... You're a little louder than I am? I can move my mic a little closer.
Yeah, maybe.
How's that?
I don't know. I've turned my game down a little bit too.
Because if you're a little loud, then I
think
can...
you're good.
Okay. I can turn you down. I can't turn me up. Are you streaming?
I am streaming Final Fantasy.
So if anybody's interested, you can go visit Andrew on Twitch. Got links down below. You can watch him play Final Fantasy. He's been having a lot of fun with that. And I've been having some decent fun watching you. I never played
for
Final
as much
Fantasy.
as I did not I guess it wasn't that I didn't care. Final Fantasy VII, the original, when I got it on the Switch, I came in very late to the game because I never played it when it originally came out because I never had a PlayStation. It didn't age well. Not necessarily that it aged poorly, but I mean, it's just it's a certain game that they don't really make anymore. Turn-based and all that, and it didn't really do anything for me. It started off and I was kind of interested, and then it's not just basic turn-based. There's nuance and stuff to it, but I just didn't completely get it, and it's a little slow, and I got to about where this remake ends, which is leaving the city. What is going on? I got to when you leave the city, and I just kind of lost interest once the world opened up. There was just a lot to do, and I just didn't have a lot of time, and I just kind of realized I kind of don't care. I didn't really know what was going on in the story. I didn't really care to figure it out. But playing this one now, shoot, I think I have fire equipped. I'm enjoying it. It's got a little bit of not really micromanaging, but equipping area and stuff, and you kind of like everybody can use kind of anything. Well, like spell wise, and a lot of tactics, like techniques. There are techniques that kind of anybody can use and learn. It just depends on what you equip to people, and there's a little bit of just like knowing what you're getting into and equipping the right stuff. And I usually don't do it until like I get my ass handed to me, like I did in a boss fight, and I just like re-equipped everything. Which is a little bit of a pain because I kind of hate dealing with that. The more I have to go into a menu, the more
Less you
annoyed I
like.
get with a game. Yeah, I have fire equipped. All right, I gotta get rid of fire and get. I gotta get rid of this fire spell. Well, unless Aerith might have. She does not. All right, cool. Well, we're both useless here. What does Soul Drain do? There's like a menu system in mid combat. Freezing. It's like a real crawl, but stuff is still kind of happening while you're in the menu, which is better than Kingdom Hearts. But the menu system is a little irritating to have to deal with. Arcane Ward. I don't know what this means, so we're just gonna do it. Holy crap, when did I take so much damage? Aerith, don't cast that thing that I made you cast. Heal me. I got rid of all my heal spells to give them to her, and she's not helping me.
Let's see, what do I want to do here? Like a little sash thing.
I did the wrong spell.
Good.
So what are you drawing? I see you're drawing someone that looks like they got a cowboy hat, but it's. I wish I could make this full screen on my thing so I could see it a little better.
No, so I have a buddy who's been working with this like futuristic Starbucks like sci-fi samurai thing,
Mm-hmm.
and for whatever reason, I've been like really enamored with the aesthetic and stuff. So I've been doing a couple. Every now and then, I kind of get caught in wanting to draw it. I don't know where you see the cowboy hat.
I don't know. I can't really see. It's kind of tiny on my screen. I guess I could actually pull your video up separately. I just have it overlaid on mine like I've been doing.
Right.
This whole battle has not been going well because I'm not really paying attention. But it just looked like they had like a brim on around their head. It might be the samurai helmet or something.
No, I'm drawing her putting her hair in a ponytail.
Man, I had the right stuff equipped and then I changed everything, and it was a terrible idea.
How does this
Well, that
work?
missed. Why can't I do my limit? Oh, because Aerith can do her limit. This is really not going well for me.
Yeah, I've been
And
having
this
trouble.
battle like won't stop. More enemies keep. Normally, it's just like you fight 3 enemies and then you move on. I was like, cool. Once this is over and I stop getting my ass handed to me by this robot, I'll equip the right spells, and then more just keep coming.
Once you pop, the fun don't stop.
Oh no, Aerith is mute. Oh, come on. These are just like mooks, and this is turning out like a boss battle.
That's what I said when you first started.
I had to do so. There were like mini challenge things. And I had one to get like a summon where you had to like fight the summon as a boss battle on your own. And my first try, I did really well. I got about halfway down, and then I just kind of got like pummeled with a bunch of stuff and couldn't get my charges back up to heal in time and died. And I was like, okay, well, I did pretty well. I should be able to do this, no problem. And it just like destroyed me. Every time I had to try it like 4 more times. Oh boy. Aerith, get back over here. We got magic to do. Took me till like my 5th or 6th try to finally do it, and I had to like go in and like optimize all of my gear for it, including like burning an item that would auto revive me because there was just like a certain attack that just it was really hard to get away from, and once it hit, it was just like a straight up almost instant kill. All right, so I gotta change this. What do I have? Blizzard and fire. So I need lightning.
I'm surprised this is actually kind of going. I've been having trouble like being able to put things on paper.
I've not drawn in a while. Oh, so that's what that does. There are certain abilities that the specifications of what they can do, I don't think you can see them in battle. So if you don't already know, like if you don't like read everything, I did something with Aerith and it casted like a thing on the ground and I didn't know what it did.
What are you playing, Brogue?
Yep. So I had mentioned that Aerith's voice actress. She's not bad. She actually does a very good job. It's just she like pitches her voice up in a way that's like weirdly cartoony, and so it just doesn't sound natural.
Maybe that's her voice.
It sounds like maybe it is.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Like, I don't think it is because there was one time where she said something, and I was like, it didn't have that pitch, and it sounded like it was probably one of the earlier takes or something. And I was like, that's her real voice. It just feels like kind of artificially, not really bubbly, but it's just like it's like pitched up and like soft in a way that feels forced. Not even really feels fake, like feels unnatural. But her actual acting is good, and the voice itself isn't bad. It just doesn't fit. Everybody else sounds like I don't know, like a person, and she sounds like a character.
Yeah.
Although I did see John DiMaggio showed up at one point.
Always.
I was like, oh hey, it's John DiMaggio playing John DiMaggio.
That's what he does.
So I don't know if I can use this. So I learned, which the game doesn't tell me, I
Let's do this.
I found out when I was Googling, like, should I keep this skill equipped that I really only need to use like once each time I see a new enemy, to learn its weaknesses and how to properly attack it. And apparently I can like just hit the touchpad to bring up that information, I think, as long as I've scanned it once. But I don't know if I need the thing equipped or if I could just take it out and put something else in
Oh,
its
I see.
place. But I don't want to get rid of it. Even if I could, like, I don't want to get rid of it because if I encounter a new enemy or a boss or something, I want to have it on me so that I can use
Scan
it.
it.
But it's nice to have multiple options available to me, and it's kind of limiting to be. There's like certain. You have these things called materia, and they either have a spell equipped to them, and they'll level up as you. I think as you use them, but also just as long as they're equipped, they'll gain experience from battles. But I think they gain more if they're actively used.
Right.
But they'll level up so that you have access to stronger spells over time, or sometimes they're buffs, and the buff is stronger the more it levels up. So there's like a plus 5% to magic. It could become a plus 10, plus 15, whatever. But I haven't really equipped any of those buff ones because I'm just like, I need access to the spells. Like, it'd be great to get this buff, especially to level up this buff for more MP or more HP. But in the end, like, not gonna do me any good if I can't do the spells I need when I need them. I
Right.
have all like the active one. It's kind of like in Pokemon. I don't ever do anything that does stats. I just the attacks because those are the ones that I know they do a thing. All right, so I need lightning.
But I bet Final Fantasy VII does a better job at handling buffs and debuffs and making them worthwhile.
Yeah, and I started equipping some where I could spare them. Crap. It is really annoying that if you get stunned after you've chosen to do an attack, even if you didn't actually begin using it, it'll still use up the cost.
That stinks.
No, Aerith, you fool! You healed yourself. Well, I made you heal yourself because I wasn't paying attention.
Andrew, you fool!
Stop
scapegoating Aerith.
Well, she needs to do a better job.
You're just mad that her voice is so cartoony, high pitch. Oops, that's not a thing. That's a thing.
Also, not only did I make her heal herself, she had like a tiny little like scratch on her finger that she healed with her strongest heal spell. Instead of me, who was at like a third of my
The old Donald approach.
Donald approach.
In Kingdom Hearts, he always
yeah. I saw something that I may have sent it to you that said like Donald is if we are considering Kingdom Hearts part of Final Fantasy like multiverse canon, Donald Duck is the strongest mage in all of Kingdom or in all of
because he can only learn a spell that like the strongest like Bahamut knows or whatever.
It's like some spell that like only a boss knows, and he's able to learn it. Oh, there's nothing up there. There are like children in this town that I'm in now, and they are actually not great actors.
That's because they're children.
Are adults. They are adults going.
They hate it.
You're so strong.
Oh boy.
There was a point. There's a reporter on the news, and I tried Googling it to confirm, and I couldn't see anything for it. but I didn't like do a super deep dive. But I am 100% certain that this one-off reporter that gets pushed down by a named character on TV was played by Nolan North. So, as I was playing this last night, I kind of realized, so I don't know anything about the story of this game. In fact, I don't really know anything about the story of the original game outside of spoilers. Aerith gets stabbed near the
What?
flower garden by Sephiroth. That's about the only thing I know. I have no idea what the plot's actually about. I have no idea. I don't even remember what the plot was of the game that I played. I know that this remake makes changes, but I don't really know what those changes are. And as far as I've played so far, it seems like there are just additions. Like it's just kind of like fleshing out the world so far. But there are, I think it's happened 3 times so far where these like specters appear that look kind of like
The mentors. We went over this.
Dementors. Hold on, while I'm talking to you, I have the game kind of stopped for a second.
Can you not hear me? I'm going to take that as a big old no. Oh, that's gross. This is super gross. I hate this. I don't know what to do with these windows, though. Maybe do some of just a slight bit there.
So maybe 12 hours into the game. Once when you're in town, they just kind of like when you meet Aerith, and they kind of like push you out of a room to kind of trip where you have to like run up to don't remember these specters of. And I was later in the original game, and they're just throwing them in early here, and I just never encountered them in the original. But at one point, like Aerith says something about how like it seems like they're like guiding you in a certain direction. One that kind of like gently pushes her back up. That there's a part where Cloud has like flashbacks, and I remember him having flashbacks in the original game, but he has like right before he meets Aerith, he has a part where like he talks to himself, like there's a shadowy version of himself that says something to him, and I began to think, and this is absolutely something Square Enix would do, and I remember Devilman did the same thing with Lady Devilman, where I think that the remake in this is more literal. Guarantee that this is going to be a meta game where there is some kind of like actual rewriting of canon within the game's own story. And I think the Dementor things are probably something that is trying to change the course of history, probably to keep Aerith alive. The time, like Cloud keeps having these flashbacks to events that may have been in the past, but one of them, she looked like she was an adult. She was just wearing different clothes. That seemed like something I remembered from the first game as a flashback. But I think it might be that he's having like memories of the original timeline of the game, and this is changing it. And I might be wrong. It seems like the sort of thing, like why would you remake Final Fantasy VII outside of the fact that it's the most beloved Final Fantasy, unless you're going to go kind of my thing, like why do something unless you're going to make it weird? I'm here for weird.
Well, Final Fantasy is not weird. You're like really breaking up. Now you're not even here.
All right, now I can hear you. I think Discord actually shut down on me.
Good.
Anyway, you were saying you think Final Fantasy and then you disappeared on me. I don't know if you could still hear me.
I don't think Final Fantasy is weird. Like
You're right.
you can find some weird JRPGs, but I don't know if Final Fantasy is one of them.
Final Fantasy is weird. I don't think it's like. I don't think it's weird as far as JRPGs go.
But I mean, like if you're looking for weird, I mean, that's like complaining that Dragon Quest isn't weird. Like it's traditional.
I guess what I'm saying is like I feel like why remake Final Fantasy VII unless you were going to it was serving a purpose.
To make money from
that's true.
From all the people that haven't played it.
I mean, I guess that's true, but at the same time, like you could just make Final Fantasy 16 at that point.
Yeah, but people love Final Fantasy. You'll know people will buy Final Fantasy 7.
I feel like people are going to buy Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, but it's probably you don't have to spend as much on story.
No, I guess not. But I mean, they're adding a lot, and I guess you're right. Like I see the reasoning behind it, but at the same time,
like that.
I guess I just see like why bother? Like it feels like something like I feel like this was a creative decision, not a money decision. I'm sure money helped it get made.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
This felt like a creative decision. This was someone saying like, I have something I want to do, and this is my vehicle to do it.
I don't know. I mean, I guess.
I mean, I might be completely reading into this, but so far, this is the only thing I mean, again, I haven't played a ton of the first game. This is the only thing I know that has been added are these specters. And the specters seem like weirdly outside, like they feel disconnected from everything else so far in a way that I think it's going to go somewhere.
Ooh, actually, I've kind of had this in my head too. So I want to see something actually. I'm going to take a little break here. It's ironic. So I did do a quick lookup. Square Enix added Whispers of Fate, aka the Dementors from Harry Potter, to the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and their purpose was to keep the game's story the exact same as the original.
Oh, so maybe I'm right, but in the wrong direction?
I guess.
Yeah, it seems like maybe it's the opposite direction where I thought they were trying to change stuff, and maybe something else is trying to change the game, and they're there to make sure that it follows the path it always did.
I guess so. Huh. Yeah, that's the difference.
Hey, it's a person dressed like a Moogle. It is a little weird, the Mog the Moogle. All of the and maybe it's just because they're not as recognizable as everyone else, but like all of the NPCs look weird. Like I don't know, they look like weirdly bland and like less anime than everybody else. They just kind of it's like the people in the Sonic Sonic Adventure games.
You mean
Where they just
Sonic, like the one where it was just like generic anime people? Oh boy, what am I doing here?
Sonic Adventure, where they were just like not even generic anime people, they were just like generic
People.
Like
That's not
in
Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, it is.
It's just like Sonic. I mean, unless I'm thinking of something else, it's just like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Because and Sonic the Hedgehog had it too, but Sonic Adventure had like people in the streets, and they were just like standard
Oh,
people.
then I don't know anything about Sonic
like
the
in
Hedgehog.
Super Mario Odyssey, where they're just kind of like, it's not the same like weird disconnect as the people in Super Mario Odyssey and Mario, but it's just like everybody in your party and every named character looks like an anime asshat, and then everybody else just looks like a sim. I bought a Moogle membership card.
Why?
I don't know, because it wants me to.
Do you do everything the game wants you to?
Usually the mentors make sure I have to. Well, that was an easy quest. It's also weird. Everybody has like, at least the two girls, Tifa and Aerith, have like those anime hand movements where they just kind of like move a whole bunch, and Cloud just usually stands there.
That's because he's the stand-in.
Silver staff. How many medals do I have?
Ooh, let's do it this way. We're going to turn you like this. This has been like a short weekend.
That's what I was thinking.
Kind of annoying.
I realized, like, I got back and I realized, like, it's already past 1. All right. I got crap to equip. You have like different weapons in this, but it's not like your typical RPG where you just kind of like equip new weapons and they have different stats, but every weapon can be upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like, as far as I can tell, you get a standard number of upgrade points per, I think, just battling and leveling, and they are unique to each weapon. So you don't have to use a weapon, I don't think, to get the upgrade points for it. But each
Oh my gosh.
Each weapon has one skill assigned to it that it has, and once you gain a proficiency in that skill by using it, you'll be able to use it without that weapon. So I'm trying to. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it triggers unless you are actively using it yourself. You can't just rely on the computer to use it. So I'm trying to get everybody to learn all the skills of their weapons and then switch them back to the more useful weapon overall. And some of them kind of vary drastically on like how much materia you can equip to it or what you can like do with like what their proficiencies are. Some of them are more attack based or magic based, or sometimes they just have like more slots for crap.
Right.
Attack power +8, attack power +16. Let's go for that. New materia slot. Ooh, I want that new materia slot. That's what I want. Aerith. I'm gonna have to just keep spamming her dumb attack every battle, or her ability every battle, so she can keep using it. Tempest damage. I don't ever guard because I'm dumb. Anything that is like wind guarding, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. The guard is like kind of slow. I've used it and it works out, but it's slow and it's hard to tell when you're guarding. And you can't really guard as a reaction. You have to guard as like a planned thing. And since the battles are like action RPGs are kind of frantic, that like I just kind of attack willy-nilly and then I get blasted with crap. The only time I ever really block is Cloud has a sort of like form change thing where he like changes up his stance and he can do more damage, but he doesn't block as easily, and he'll get out of that stance if you dodge. But if you block a physical attack while in that stance, he'll automatically counter. And so I started using that when I knew someone was going to attack me with something hard. But that is probably why I had so much trouble with that summon fight, is because I kept trying to block stuff, and every time I remembered to block, it was always something that was unblockable, and it would just screw me. And every time I was like, oh, I need to block for this, I had already been hit and there was no chance to block. We'll do that. Actually, yeah, we'll just do that. I gotta keep her equipped with the weapon she has. How about that Superman OMAC?
On that
Superpowers?
Scolio. Like I said, I get caught up in the Mother Mary Captain Marvel.
Did I send you that Batman thing with the Simpsons clip afterwards?
Yeah, stop, he's already dead. That was good.
I sent that to my friend too, and he watched the whole trailer.
I'm your
and
friend.
He's like, that just looks miserable. Like, he's like, remember when Batman would just like hide in the shadows and like uppercut a dude from the darkness and then just like take out the rest? He's like, no, now he has to just like pummel some dude into the ground until he's nothing but mush.
Well, that's like, I remember when like Arkham Asylum and Arkham City came out, and they were just like, all you do is wail on these people, and the joke about like Batman doesn't kill people, he just makes their family do it.
I always like how like Alfred programmed that bat computer and the cowl to just detect a heartbeat for everybody that was absolutely 100%. He kicked them off of a rooftop dead. Like I like how they added the Batmobile and you could run people over, but they were like, no, they got electrified first. It's fine.
That's fine. They were like, they didn't feel pain. It's not
They
that
were-
Batman doesn't kill anybody, it's that he doesn't make them feel pain when he does. It's humane.
They were brutally shot with rubber bullets. I don't know. I just never understand people who want Batman to be a super badass.
That's how he originally was. He had gun, man. You're taking a part of a character out.
Right. I just don't understand Batman. I'm too much of a baby boy. I just don't get it. I read that. I think I sent the article to you. There's one of the articles about the Suicide Squad game where they're like, this is a Superman that he's not like the Superman we had to slog through in movies. This Superman kills. And I was like, why'd you have to say it like that?
Because nobody likes fun Superman. Nobody likes just Superman doing good, because good is stupid. That's why everybody dresses up like the Joker. They're like, the Joker gets me.
In my nethers. How do I get... I don't know what this enemy is, and I don't know if I have the right materia for it. The whole like equipping materia and like customizing your
Every time you
stuff,
say materia, all I can think of is Disturbia. Oh, I probably should have figured out how to draw this bowl before I drew it.
But the whole materia stuff is neat. It's just a little frustrating to just like encounter something and be like, oh crap, I don't think I have the stuff I need for it. Weakness, magic, and ice. Okay, so they're good. Oh wait, I don't think I ever equipped something to that new slot I got. Oh, let's equip this so I can learn to block.
You're not going to do that.
Well, we're going to try. So, when you had mentioned that you had read somewhere that this new Final Fantasy is just doing like random fetch quests for people in town.
But I think that's like in the original too.
There's a little bit of it, but I mean,
I have
all
never
the
played it,
stuff
so
that
I could be totally wrong. But
in the original game, like I said, the city is only like the first couple hours of the game, and then you leave. In fact, you could probably be in and out of the city within the first maybe 3 hours.
let's take that out, because I don't know where this perspective is.
Weak to wind. They are resistant to physical attacks until pelted with magic. All right, well, I don't have the magic for this.
Whose fault's that?
They're immune. They're apparently immune to Aerith's magic attacks.
The Dementors?
Now they're these. Apparently, her magic attack counts as a physical attack.
That's because
unless
it's
it's an
blunt
actual
force
spell.
magic.
Well, it's said that like her standard attack is like a ranged magical attack. I thought, but they're immune to whatever I'm doing. So
Maybe this should come out more like that. Get his elbow in there. Probably something close to that.
but I've been noticing like so many enemies have like specific weaknesses that if you don't already know them, you can get like screwed over by a simple enemy just because you're not properly equipped to fight them.
Everything you hated in Persona.
Yeah, kinda. Like they're just enemies that earlier that were just kicking my ass because I didn't have the proper spell to really take them down. And like these guys, I just can't stun them. What do I need? They are resistant to physical attacks until pelted with magic. So I just keep throwing magic at them, but they're only weak to wind magic, which I currently don't have equipped. Oh, there's one dead. What are you drawing now?
Like a Hercules thing, like a swords and sandals thing.
Which do you prefer, swords or the sandals?
Sandals. Swords make my feet all bloody. Sandals make my feet all bloody. Swords.
Swords. Gotcha. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, now I gotta change up my stupid spells.
Why?
Because I need...
Oh, do you really need?
I have a need for speed.
The haste spell? Man, I've been playing so much Brogue. It's so quick. If anybody watching doesn't know what Brogue is, played it last night. You can catch what I was doing in the So How About Games playlist. It's a great little roguelike. Probably gonna do that again at some point because it's so addictive.
I remember getting really caught up in it.
That's all I do.
I don't know what this refocus limit break does. So we're going to give wind to her. There's got to be a way to see what that does.
Man, I don't know how people do like the soft, hard shadow edge.
What does that mean?
I have such a hard time. Like, when people just throw down some spot blacks for like metal, and they'll kind of feather the one edge.
Oh, gotcha.
If I showed you, you'd know. If I showed you, you'd know. But I'm not going to show you, because then you'd know more than I would. And knowing is half the battle. And I can't give you that advantage. I'm not going to lie. Kind of waiting for this 8 minutes to go by kind of quick, so that I can call it. I know I can call it whenever, but that's not how I roll.
You just calling it Dunzo at 2?
Yeah, an hour. I'll probably do another. I mean, I'm definitely going to do more art streams. And I'll probably revisit this, but kind of getting ready to step away.
Does this explain spells? There's got to be something that explains like the limit breaks and shit. Oh, hey, I can assign stuff.
I don't know how people do spot blacks. It makes no sense to me.
Why does this not explain what the fuck a refocus limit? I gotta Google refocus. All right, refocus seems useful, but I don't care. Maybe I'll re-equip it at some other point. I guess that one doesn't need experience, so it doesn't really. If I'm not going to utilize it all the time, then there's no point keeping it on me. Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going, where I am in life, or the game. Just like looking for. See, I'm going in the wrong direction. This is the thing where there's like a goal. Well, I don't know if I'm going in the wrong direction. It has a goal like marked on the map, but it's marked for the area. So we'll just keep heading in this direction, actually, rather than going back where I was. It's like marked for the area, so I'm just kind of like running around the area trying to find
What you're supposed to be doing?
Yeah. I was running around a warehouse forever.
At work?
In the last city because I had to find a cardboard box with a key card in it, and I could not find a cardboard box. And it turns out I was just like missing a doorway somewhere that I didn't see.
And this is about work, not the game.
This is about work. I got lost at work.
Oh wait, I didn't want that. That's too long.
Deadly dodge materia improved.
Materia, literally every time.
Why is that?
I don't know, it's just like stuck in my head.
You know, I wouldn't even think that would be a song you would recognize.
You know, that song comes up into my references more than you would think.
I always think about like your taste in music is
Good.
different, I guess. Not even different. I never. You don't really seem to like popular music, and so anytime you know what a popular song is, especially because of how often like I'll talk about something in the pop culture, a game, a movie, anything. You're just or a TV show.
And I've
I
just like never
always
even heard of
assume.
it.
Yeah, I always assume with music, like I don't believe you ever listen to the radio.
I don't. No.
Yeah,
I don't
so
do
like
I don't do random music. I'll like look up, I'll take recommended music, which isn't really giving me a ton of.
I don't really listen to the radio much either. I have Sirius, and I'll do that, but it just kind of cycles through the
Serious.
same couple songs. How about there's this crate that I earlier on when I was in this area, I had to push it forward so that I could land on it when I could have just literally climbed on top of it. It's about as tall as I am. Cloud has a sword taller than he is. I think he has the upper body strength to handle climbing onto a crate. See, now I'm going in the wrong.
Who sings Disturbia? Britney Spears?
No. Shoot. Now I'm blanking.
Never even heard of that band.
I'm just running in fucking circles. I don't know where I'm going.
Oh no, it's Shia LaBeouf.
I don't know why I can't think of who it is.
It's Rihanna.
Rihanna. I was like, it's not Shakira, but that was the only thing that came to my mind.
No, it's Rihanna.
It's over here.
Did you ever see Disturbia?
Disturbia. I don't think so.
With Shia LaBeouf?
Shia LaBeouf was in something called Disturbia.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
The poster had him looking through binoculars.
Oh.
How about how memory works?
I don't know if I've ever seen it. I remember it existing now. That's where he like broke his leg. It was basically like rear view window.
Rear view window.
Rear window.
When Jimmy Stewart breaks his leg in the car, he's looking out the rear view window. Love it.
Whoops. Oh, but I'm so glad that no one ever watches me play these because I have been running in circles in the same area. I got into a battle and I was like, oh, cool, I'm going in the right direction. And then I have not been able to figure out where I'm going since. Doesn't help that like everything looks the same to me. It's not like Sinking City bad, but it's just the kind of same like everything looks kind of the same. I don't really recognize anything or where I am.
Or who I am.
There we go. Actually.
How about a movie where Jimmy Stewart is in the back of he breaks his leg and he's in the back of a... No, I guess rear view window would be... Yeah, that would work. He could be in the back of an ambulance, and he's, like, watching through the windows on the doors. Start writing that script.
I gotta remember I gotta rank up Aerith's stupid ability. She's at 50%, so I only gotta cast it. I think I've only casted it like 4 times so far, so maybe about 4 more battles, give or take. I don't think I'm going in the right direction.
Probably not.
I've gone in circles though.
Whose fault's that?
Oh no. Oh, hey, there we go. Found it. Shoot. I should have equipped the wind ability to me.
Man, I don't understand how arms work.
I think it's tiny little wizards in your elbows.
But then how does the shoulder move?
Tiny little gnomes.
And wrists?
That I think is just a bunch of gears like clockwork.
Oh, okay. I don't like this hand, or this arm, or this hand, or this. Let's just say this. Maybe I need to bring this down. Ugh, that's not the way to go. We'll try that. Oh, thank God it's 2:02. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. So those that joined me, thanks again. Hopefully that was at least fun and interesting. I'll do some more live stream drawings. Gets me drawing. I'll probably revisit this. I'm having fun with it. I should finish something. But yeah, so
Ow.
please, take a look at the links below. All our social media stuff's down there. All our other playlists of links and things we've streamed. A lot of board games, a lot of video games. Andrew is over on Twitch at playing Final Fantasy Remake. So if you want to keep going, go ahead and hop over there. But yeah, please like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. It just helps YouTube's algorithm to get us in front of more people, and more people's always good. So I'll be back Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern to play Nemo's War on Tabletop Simulator, and Wednesday we got game night at 8 to play Pandemic the Cure, which is like Dice Pandemic. So hope to see everyone there. If not, have a good rest of your weekend, and I will hopefully hang out with you later. Thanks again. Have a good one. Bye.
Shouldn't have